Antalya is Antakya. Religious tourism is a major draw for a town of many coexisting faiths. The disciples Peter and Paul lived here, and the word Christians is said to have been first used in Antakya. Mind you, the road to Damascus is today fraught with problems, because Antakya lies on the 560-mile border with Syria.
There is a downside to Turkey positioning itself as a tourist mecca for the Middle East and the Muslim world generally, and that's because of the instability of this region itself. That's especially true just 50 kilometres from here, where there are frequent skirmishes on the Syrian border. It's meant 100,000 refugees pouring into Turkey, and tourism in the beautiful city of Antakya falling by 90%.
This restaurant specialises in authentic Turkish cuisine, and for 22 years has been welcoming diners from the world over, especially day trippers from Syria and the Middle East. But not anymore.
We're near the border, so it's only natural that people are worried. Our business used to be good, but with the latest developments in Syria, our business has halved.
So, is this always going to be a hazard of running a business that relies on tourists in a volatile region?
Şimdi bizim 22 yıllık bir geçmişimiz var.
Yes, of course, where the peace has been disturbed, it's only natural that people are concerned and unhappy. However, here in the Middle East, when you finish the problems in Syria, it will move on somewhere else, to Egypt or Libya. For everyone to live in peace and harmony will be a relief for us both personally and business-wise.
Down the road, it's all hands on deck at the Savon Hotel.
It's shining with actually temperature.
Owner Kazim says with the Syrian border closed, Arab tourists have given up on coming to Antakya.
When I talk them with my phone or something, there is a problem in the Middle East. Yeah, they have different kind of problems. That's why some of them are going to different countries or like Europe. Actually, there's not any problem in Antakya, but when you look at the people, they think there's a war in Antakya or something like that. But there's nothing in Antakya.
Kazim says that while the local economy is suffering terribly, his hotel is still full, but not with the usual type of guests.
It is like war tourism or something like that.
War tourism?
Yeah.
Tell me what you mean about that.
War tourism, we don't have any domestic tourists right now. There are so many foreign visitors, but I don't know who are they.
Before I leave, in these troubled times, I decide to give Kazim a hand.
Pull the trigger like this.
Okay. Thank you. It's takes a bit getting used to. Just a second. Got a mind of its own. Yeah. Right. Time to beat a hasty retreat. Next stop, inland, and Cappadocia. Hundreds of so-called fairy chimneys and distinctive rock pillars in a canyon carved from volcanic lava. And go deep into the rock formations themselves, and you discover a whole new underground network of tunnels and caves. Wow, check this out. It's amazing to think that 4,000 years ago, using the most basic tools, people created this in order to live, work, eat,
and hide from the enemy. Astonishing.
Oh, and by the way, you still find the odd 21st century cave dweller. Seems pretty chilled out, doesn't he? Dawn the next day, and the Rose Valley begins to fill up with early morning rays. And then this daily spectacular gets underway.
It all seems really close to us.
No, don't worry, I've got parking sensors on the bottom of the basket. There you go, Rick. I think you made it. I'll actually make us a broadcast very fast. Just coming over to the village of Ürgüp. Our ground speed is about 11-12 miles an hour. We were at 6,500, about 3,000 feet above ground, 6,500 feet above sea level.
So our journey is coming to an end, and of course I haven't spanned the whole 800,000 square kilometres of Turkey, but I think I'm getting an overview of how this country's tourism works. Turkey is lucky to be blessed with such natural beauty and diversity, but in a way its greatest problem is the scale of its ambition. It's trying to be all things to all people.
Perhaps because it does possess such natural diversity, Turkey's service culture is not completely developed. Many Turks themselves told me this should be improved. A job half done on that score, you might say.
But time is on this country's side. It's got a very young population, and Turkish pride burns very strong. I've got no doubts that ultimately it will succeed in what it wants to do.